it's always exciting to plan a trip. It can be a trip in your own country. It can be just out for a day or two. It can be anything, really. It's been 20 years since I did Long Way Round, the first one.
Many of us were inspired and were brought into this world by Charley, just because we watched his movies.
You know, I think one of the things that I really like about riding motorcycles in other countries is how everything changes. You know, the color of the tarmac, the color of the paint on the roads, the signposts, the architecture, the way people dress, everything.
It's great to be back here on the bike, on the motorcycle, after two great adventures we already had with Charley Boorman. It is so fascinating to see him sharing the same passion with us. This here in Thailand is really something special. I mean, I've never been in Thailand on a motorcycle. This is a unique experience, absolutely.
So after 20 years of adventure, you would think you've seen it all, but every time you go out on a motorbike, you get that little slap in the face again and realize actually it is a little harder than you remember. What made me really interested in getting involved with Touratech again in this adventure is that one, it was 20 years ago that we met and that they supported us on Long Way Round.
Touratech was with him in the beginning, and that relation was never really broken.
You know, there were big changes in my life and there were big changes in Touratech's life. And then not that long ago, we got back together again and started our friendship back. And so now here we are in Thailand, about to have some pretty amazing adventures. Take these, please. 65 baht. Well, things have changed quite a bit, and I think the biggest change on this trip is the GS 1300.
You have tried it before, like for 2 weeks in Australia, right?
I've ridden it for a good time, a lot of miles.
Actually feels much lighter than the 1250.
Yeah.
That's the big difference. Actually, the last bike I was riding the trip from Germany to Lisbon was the 1250. And of course, a wonderful bike, but now it seems a little bit outdated regarding the agility of the bike, and especially here on this, kind of technical stuff. Rutted stuff, easy to move direction, loving it.
I think so, and I think that GS trophy, I think, looks really nice. It has a very short back end.
Yeah.
You know, whereas the green one, I don't know what that one is. I can't remember what it's called, but it has a rack on the back and it's much longer. What's nice about the Touratech stuff is that it's not intrusive. It seems to you guys have really spent a lot of time, making it fit really nicely. And what I really like as well is I like your new side pannier, the soft panniers.
The soft panniers.
I like those. I like the fabric on it as well. It's really
quite
nice.
rugged.
We just started from Chiang Mai today. We just made it into the mountains. It's been pretty hot up here and pretty tricky dirt roads. Nevertheless, the heat is the most exhausting thing. Sweating pretty much, getting exhausted. You need to take care for a lot of drinking. Of course, otherwise you just get a heat stroke so fast. But it's lots of fun. It's a spectacular region here. Went down back into the river section here. Of course, there is a lot of tourism here with rafting and other stuff. Try to pass by those things and try to go into the mountains again. So yeah, really looking forward for the next stretch. See you.
And here we are in a beautiful part of the world. This is they're making these for the tourists.
Another one.
He said it's the wrong one. See you later, Huckleberry Finn. Well done, guys. First day down. Everybody's alive. Okay, we made it just before dark.
Yeah, just before dark.
Technically it's dark.
Stuff, man.
Nice ride.
Nice ride. Yeah. Nice bikes. Had one big moment.
I had one big moment. No, two.
I had one big
In the
moment.
morning I had one.
I went over this brow, and then they have two strips of concrete like this, and I came over the brow and just went down the middle of the concrete, and there was a big fucking rock, and I was like, and I thought for a moment I was gone.
Yeah. I saw some lights shaking in front.
Yeah. Well, but they always say never ride at night.
That's what Mama said.
That's what my wife said as well. Don't ride at night, Charlie.
Yeah.
And I was just thinking of her as I was going through the forest as it was getting darker and darker.
Or
and darker.
the cows when we were at the bridge.
Yeah.
I mean, they were only shadows.
Shadows.
There were cows there?
Yeah.
Nice.
Well, it is the first night of our travels, and it's been a really nice day actually. Riding with Martin and Elverio, and they are both. I've ridden with them both a few times before on the ACT Adventure Country tracks, where we went through the UK and then we went through Croatia. And funny enough, we've all been to pretty much the same places all around the world and the different continents, not obviously at the same time, but at different times over the years. And coming here and experiencing that with them, and just having a good ride into the jungle and into the more remote places and seeing some beautiful places has really been a lovely experience, and fun to be riding with like-minded people. Anyway, tomorrow is another day. We've got sunrise tomorrow, so very much looking forward to it. we're looking for adventure, looking for the unpaved roads. And every day that's shrinking a little bit. So eventually the whole world will be tarmac one day.
It is fundamental that you know that you will face severe and challenging situations where to go from A to B, you have no road, no proper road.
If you look at people living here, for them going to the market, selling their produce, going to school for the kids is a big hassle.